At the end of October, Ubisoft will be releasing Assassin's Creed 3. In this new game, you play a new assassin called Connor, who's the son of a Native American mother and a British farmer. We got to play a fair amount of the game recently and also talk to the lead game designer, Steve Masters. Hope you enjoy the interview and the new footage.
Right. So my name's Steve Masters. I'm the lead game designer on Assassin's Creed 3. So Assassin's Creed 3 takes place during the American Revolution. We're spanning 30 years of history before, during, and after the Revolution. And we're featuring a whole new hero, Connor. He's a half-British, half-Mohawk assassin. And you're going to be living a lot of his life as he takes the fight for freedom to the Templars. So he's there to protect the freedom of the people and basically remove the yoke of oppression from the Templars. So the revolution is a backdrop to this, and you're going to be seeing everything from your homestead, where you recruit people onto into your little village and build them up and see a microcosm of American life in the era, out to the naval battles where you have this crazy open sea and you're out there on the ocean fighting against enemies. We have the cities of Boston and New York, the frontier, which is the biggest map we've ever created. It's 40% bigger than Rome, and a whole lot more that we haven't even talked about yet.
So tell us a little bit more about the naval battles.
Cool, so our naval battles feature the boat is called the Aquila. It's Connor's boat. He acquires it in the main line of the story, and as you're playing, you're going to have a couple of missions in the main line that are dedicated just to the naval section. But then you also have a couple of hours of side content. So once you acquire the boat, you're going to be able to go out there and fight on the seas whenever you like, like I said, for a couple of hours of content.
So how has the reaction from the fans been about the new game?
We are thrilled about the reaction that we're getting. When we revealed the game, when we took it to E3, everyone's been super excited, and I cannot wait for everybody to play it.
The game is very detailed. I noticed, for example, there are lots of animals walking around that you can interact with. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Cool. So building the frontier meant that we had to create a new kind of life for the frontier. We had to bring, we wanted to bring animals into the equation. So we've built a system where the animals can, not just wander around, but they're also going to be seen grazing at different sites. You'll see like bears fishing for a fish on top of waterfalls. You'll see elk clashing together with their antlers. Baby deer like suckling with their mothers. You'll get everything from the sort of National Geographic style moments out to wolves pouncing on you and mauling you, or bobcats clawing at you from the back, and all the time you're going to be able to hunt them as Connor by either jumping up into the trees and free running around in the trees, getting above them and jumping down to kill them, or stalking into vegetation where you're crouched down and you're sort of creeping up on them and get your bow out, take a shot, and drop your deer. So you have a lot of different options about how to approach the animals, how to take them out, and they bring a huge amount of life to not just our frontier, but also to our cities. Random historical side note, pigs used to wander in the streets of Boston. They would basically just say, go free, live your life, and once we're ready to harvest you, we'll come find you. So they would tag the pigs, and you would have, they would just wander around the cities, and they would go and collect them once they were ready.
How big is the game?
The game is huge. We have, our wow, it's really hard to measure. Like just the straight line narrative, you're going to be playing for over 20 hours. But then put in all the side content as well, and it's an absolute monster of a game.
Tell us a little bit more about the side content.
Cool. So in terms of the side content, you have the naval battles, which are huge for us. Also in the cities, you're going to see a lot of events, things happening with different themes, such as revolts against taxation, or people who are diseased and need help, like getting rid of smallpox. You'll see military conscription going on, and you'll be able to engage into these events, fight against them, and free the people from the tyranny of the Templars in this case. So by doing that, you're going to recruit your you're going to recruit your Brotherhood, I'm going to restate that.
I'll edit that bit.
Yeah.
But Connor's getting the band back together. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah. So by engaging in all these events, you're going to recruit different people who will fight alongside you, and you can use them for different gameplay purposes. So, for example, you can use them to start riots or hold you, pretend as a prisoner, to let you bypass some guards. So there's a lot of different opportunities, a lot of different new ways of playing the game. You'll also have like the homestead, which is a whole new thing for us. It's where you're building a village by helping people out, completing missions for them. They'll come settle on your land and offer you new opportunities for crafting and upgrading. So within the economy, so you can build not just stuff to trade with people in town using the system, but you can also build upgrades for your character. So bigger pouches to carry more ammunition, a quiver with better arrows in it. You can upgrade your character in many different ways. You can create decorations for your house. So there's a lot of different uses for the economic system, and it all comes through the homestead, which is part of our side content. We also have, for example, when you're exploring the cities of Boston and New York, if you want to open up the fast travel points, you get into this sort of like underground network of tunnels that were built by the Masons, and you have to like solve all these different puzzles to open up exit points and give you more places to fast travel to. So really, the side content, like, and I'm just touching on the basics here. You know, once you get into the quests, you have like the ability to parallelize all of your gameplay. So you're not just going to be stuck inside of one mission at a time. You're going to have the option to take on many different quests and complete those as you're playing the game in any order you like while you're playing missions. So it's something that allows us a lot of freedom to bring different challenges at different times. So yeah, the side content, like I say, it's absolutely huge in the game.
And walk us through a little bit of the development process you went through on this game.
You know, we've been developing this for 3 years now. We took the core values, the core pillars of Assassin's Creed. We sort of extracted the game down to that essence and said, you know, what are the major things about Assassin's Creed that makes it Assassins? And that's navigation, stealth, and combat. So those core 3 things, we sort of rebuilt them all from the ground up. So whether the combat system, where you know the way you get in and out of combat is completely new, all of the enemy resistances, all of the enemy archetypes, they're completely new. You know, to create a more strategic, more fluid, more dynamic fight system. The navigation system, where we had to you know, basically support a completely new environment where you know, you've got all these organic terrains, rock faces, trees to climb up and free run through. And then the stealth systems, you know, whether it's like crouching down in vegetation and staying stealthy like that, taking cover on the corner of a building and abducting someone around that, you know, creating the bow, which allows you to take out people at distance and, you know, create a distraction over on the side over here. You know, changing the way that we blend in with the crowd. So anytime you're between 2 people, you become less detectable. So, you know, really all of these things have been rebuilt from the ground up to support the new era and the new hero.
And when will the game be available?
So Assassin's Creed 3, it's coming to Europe on October 31st on the PlayStation and Xbox.
Thank you very much.
Excellent, thank you.
Hey! It's my home, no matter what you thieves called taxmen say! The gums in Parliament who want to take my property, you tell them to sail across the pond and take it themselves!
It's not open for discussion now. Open this door or these men will break it down. Ah!
Ah, bollocks! We're coming in!
I trust the mounting evidence is proof enough, Connor.
Continue on. I shall meet you at our destination.
Could use some support! You can't take what's not yours!
Justice for once. I dare the governor to send more. You all right? I'm fine. It's not my first dance. For all their teeth and claws, these little foxes, they fight like puppies. Thank you, my friend.